Hi there everyone, welcome back to Buddy Up Online. My name is Nadine for anyone that didn't get to meet me last week, and I'm going to be taking us through today's session. So before we start in today's session, I just want to have a quick recap on what we learned last week with Gareth. So last week Gareth took us through the theme of identity. Now, if I remember correctly, Gareth told us that identity was who we are and how we are. So that could mean lots of different things. It can mean how we look, so maybe the colour of our skin or the colour of our eyes or our hair. It could be the clothes that we wear, the kind of clothes that we like. It can be the nationality we are, so where we're from, or even the language we speak as well. It can also be the things we like to do, so our hobbies. So some people might like to dance, other people might prefer to sing, some people like to read and do things that are quite more quiet. And some people like to play sports like football or running or maybe even hockey outside. Me, I love to read and I love to play with my friends as well. That's my part of my identity. So what else did we do with Gareth last week? We read that really great story, didn't we? The story that showed us all those different types of identity and all the different types of people that are in the world. What I really liked about that story was that it showed that even though we're all different, we're all really, really special. Isn't that amazing? All of us are special. Me and you, your teachers, whoever's at home with you, and Gareth as well. All of us are different, but we're all special and we're all brilliant. So, moving on, now we're going to look at this week's theme. This week, we're going to be looking at different types of feelings. We're going to be looking at what feelings are, how we maybe sometimes show our feelings, and also going to be reading another story that looks at all the different feelings that we have inside us and how we sometimes deal with those. So when I will sit back and get ready, we'll get started for week 2. Our theme for this week is feelings. Now, feelings are something that we all have, and we all have them inside us. But there's lots of different kinds, and they happen all the time. We might not feel the same in the morning as we do in the evening, for example. Or we might not feel the same at school as we do when we're at home or with our friends. So for example, this morning when I got up, I was a bit tired still, so I felt a little bit grumpy. But then once I came down and talked to my friend Neve and had a bit of toast, because I was a bit hungry too, then I feel a lot better now. I want you to take a minute, maybe pause the video, and with whoever's at home with you, think of all the feelings that we can have. So let's have a think. We can be happy. We can sometimes feel a bit sad. We can sometimes feel a bit worried. And that's okay too. There's sometimes where I feel a bit worried. We can feel really excited when we're going to do something that's really fun or we get to see our friends. We can feel maybe a bit angry if we're feeling annoyed if someone's hurt us or upset us. We can feel a bit sleepy sometimes, a bit like I was this morning, but I still am a little bit. Oh, help me. Do you think yawn with the boys and girls? Let's stretch out. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. Now I feel loads better after doing that. What's really important about feelings is that we all have them and they're all completely natural. And it's really great to talk about our feelings, even the ones that we maybe don't like. Sometimes we might not like it when we feel sad, or we might not like it when we feel angry, but everyone feels like that. So what's really good then is to talk to whoever's at home and tell them how you're feeling. And maybe ask them what kind of stuff do they do when they're feeling like that? What makes them feel better? For me, when I'm feeling a bit worried or a bit tired or a bit stressed out, I might go and read a book, or go for a nice walk, or ring my mum or talk to my friends about it. And after, I always feel a lot better. So, right now, we're going to go and read our story in a minute. And in our story, we're going to look at all these different types of feelings inside us. But first off, I want us to get a bit relaxed. So, everyone sit in their chair and have your feet planted on the ground. Or if you just want to sit on the floor with your legs crossed, that's okay too. Have a straight back. And I want you to close your eyes. Take your hand and put it on your belly. Now, I'm going to let this into a bit of a secret. It was my birthday last week. And for my birthday, I got a really nice birthday cake. And do you know what the best part of a birthday cake is? You get to blow out the candles. So what I want you to do is I want you to help me blow out my birthday candles. So everyone, take a big deep breath in. Push your belly right out. Big deep breath in. And blow out all the candles. That was a good first try, but I think I've still got some left because I'm a bit older than you guys. So ready? Let's try again. So, ready? Big deep breath in. And blow out all the candles. Oh, brilliant. We're nearly there. So one more. We'll just do one more to make sure. Ready? So up straight. Make this a big one because it's our last one. Put your hand on your belly. And big breath in and blow your tummy out. And blow out the candles. Brilliant, boys and girls. I think we're ready now to get started with our story today. Our story today is one of my favourites and it's called In My Heart. In My Heart is all about the different feelings that we have inside. I want you to take your hand and put your hand over your heart and just feel it. And think, isn't it amazing that we can hold all those different types of feelings we have that we were talking about this morning? When we're feeling happy, or sad, or excited, or nervous, or maybe even a bit scared sometimes. They're all in here. Okay, is everyone sitting comfortably? We've all taken our deep breaths, and we're going to start. So, in my heart. My heart is full of feelings. Big feelings and small feelings. Loud feelings and quiet feelings. Quick feelings and slow feelings. My heart is like a house with all these feelings living inside. Sometimes my heart feels like a big yellow star, shiny and bright. I smile from ear to ear and twirl around so fast, I feel like I could take off into the sky. This is when my heart is happy. Other times, my heart feels strong. I stand up tall as if I can touch the clouds. New places and people don't scare me. Watch me go. I can do it. This is when my heart is brave. When I get really angry, my heart feels as if it's going to explode. Don't come near me. My heart is yelling hot and loud. This is when my heart is mad. But other times, my heart is cool. I bob along gently like a balloon on a string. My heart feels lazy and slow, as quiet as a snowfall. This is when my heart is calm. On harder days, mean words can hurt my feelings, and my heart feels a bit hurt too. It's fragile and delicate, but it can be healed with some extra love. This is when my heart is broken. Some days, my heart feels as heavy as an elephant. There's a dark cloud over my head and tears fall like rain. This is when my heart is sad. But my heart doesn't stay sad. Like springtime after winter, the sun comes out again. My heart grows tall, like a plant reaching towards the sky. Boys and girls, let's stop for a minute and see if we can do that. So I want you to take your hand and imagine reaching up towards the sky, and imagine it's your heart reaching right up. Wow. Isn't that amazing? This is when my heart is hopeful. Eek! When I see something scary, my heart beats really, really fast. I feel cold, as if a chilly breeze has crawled up my neck, and I run away as fast as I can. This is when my heart is afraid. Oh, I don't know about you, everyone, but I think if that was running after me too, I think I heart might be a bit afraid and run away as well. When it's time for a bit of fun, my heart feels full of giggles and wiggles. Abracadabra. I hop around like a bouncy bunny. This is when my heart is silly. Sometimes I hide my heart away, where no one can see it, like my own small treasure. Safe on my swing, I can watch the world from up above. This is when my heart is shy. My heart can feel so many things, and yours can too. Today my heart feels proud. How does your heart feel? So I hope everyone got a chance there to talk to some of the people in your house about how you're feeling today, or how you might feel after that story. Did anyone recognise any of the feelings in the book? Have you ever felt like that? I know I do sometimes. I sometimes get feelings that are really, really big and I don't know what to do. But I find that talking to someone else helps about them. Like I sometimes feel the calmness, like my heart's floating on a balloon and it's floating away. And I just feel really peaceful and eased. But then there's other days when I might feel a bit mad and I feel that hot and I'm like, just no one come near me. I just want to be left alone today because I'm just a bit mad and I just don't want anyone to touch me. And that's okay. We all feel like that sometimes. But it's really, really important to talk about it after. Maybe ask the people in your house when they feel like certain things, how do they cope with it? Or what kind of stuff do they do to make them feel better? So next up, we're going to move on to our next activity. Our next activity is going to look at how we show feelings. And not just sometimes while they're on the inside, they can also be on the outside as well. So we've already looked at different types of feelings that we have inside and how we can tell someone how they're feeling verbally. But that's not the only way that we can tell or show someone how we're feeling. Sometimes we can do it by our body movements, so using our hands or our feet or our whole bodies to show our emotions. Or sometimes we can do it with our faces. We can have a look in our faces that can tell someone whether we're feeling happy or a bit sad or maybe a bit sleepy like we were earlier. We're going to be looking at this more in our next activity. Now, you might need a big person in the room with you for this next one to help you out with any drawing that we might have to do. You should have a worksheet that was sent out with this video. On the worksheet will be 4 circles, 1 in each corner. And on top of each one will have a different feeling. Now, if you didn't get the worksheet or you can't get it printed out, then don't panic, that's completely fine. I'm going to show you how you can draw it now. So, what you'll need for this is something with a round circle at the bottom. So I'm going to use this cup, a plain piece of paper, and a pen. What we are going to do, let's show this without this paper there, is take the cup, put it upside down, and draw 4 circles in each corner of the page. So I'll do mine first here, and then you can do yours. And this is where you might need a big person to help you out, just to make sure that you're able to do it. So that's my second one. Then my third one is here. There we go. And finally, number 4. Perfect. So here I have my 4 circles, which look a bit like that. Now, on top of each one, we're going to write the different feelings. So on top of the first one, we're going to write happy. The next one, we're going to write sad. On number 3, we're going to write excited. And finally, on our last one, we're going to write worried. So, when you're done, choose something that looks a little bit like this. What we would like you to do in each circle is to draw how you think someone's face might look if they are feeling like this. So, we'll do the first one together just so everyone's clear. The first one is happy. Let's have a think. How would we look if we were happy? I think I would look like I'd have a big smile on my face and I might be laughing a bit too. So I'm going to do this one first and draw it in. So that's our first one, a big smiley face to show that someone is happy. We want you to do the same for each of these. So one for sad, for excited, and for worried. You can ask a big person for help if you're not too sure what some of the faces might look like. And you don't have to do this right now. You can take some time and do it later in the week before our next session. Isn't it really amazing that we can tell how other people feel by just looking at them? That's such a powerful thing. And if we do that, we can sometimes help them to feel a bit better, maybe if they're not just feeling 100%. And we can also show how we're feeling to someone else. So then they can maybe help us if we're feeling a wee bit worried or a little bit anxious about something or a bit sad. Or if we're feeling really happy, sometimes we can share that and make someone else feel really happy too, which is brilliant. This week, have a chat with the people in your house about the different types of feelings that we all have. And maybe we can share next week how we all felt and why it's so brilliant to talk about it. So everyone, that's us for session 2 this week. Thanks so much for joining us. I hope you really enjoyed the session on talking about all our different feelings. I hope you really enjoyed the story as well. Remember to talk this week with whoever's in your house about what we did and what types of ways we can show our feelings. Gareth will be back next week and he'll be teaching us all about empathy. Empathy is a big word and it's a bit of a superpower, so he'll be telling us all about that. There'll be another great story and another activity to complete. Anything you want to ask us, just let your teacher know and they can tell us. There's also links to the activities below this YouTube video, so check it out if you need any help. Well, look, thanks for joining and we'll see you next week.